Property developers are expanding further in the provinces next year, says a real estate services firm. While in Metro Manila, it is the luxury segment that is booming. Jackie Pascual reports.
Real estate services firm Santos Knight Frank is optimistic of the growth of the property sector next year, despite the economic slowdown this year. According to the firm's chairman, Rick Santos, the new 99-year land lease policy is expected to be a key driver in attracting more foreign investors to the market. The law extends the maximum aggregate lease period for private land by foreign investors from the previous 75 years to a single continuous 99-year term.
I think this is a time of great opportunity. I think it's a great opportunity, a time for a reset, a repositioning in the market. I think real estate is always seen as a safe haven in times of trouble.
A key driver of growth across all property subsectors, office, residential, industrial, and hospitality, is the continued expansion into the provinces.
We're seeing a relatively lower interest rate environment, which is positive for property, and we're seeing that from the banks as well.
What drives both developers and consumers to look beyond Metro Manila is a combination of cost efficiency, strategic proximity, and most notably is the acceleration of gentrification.
For Metro Manila, it's the luxury segment that is growing due to the fewer spaces left in the metro. Many developers are actively launching luxury projects, while prime villages continue to see capital appreciation. Officials add there is growth in this segment despite the flood control corruption issue.
There is demand for the high-end residential market, and there will continue to be a demand, whether that's from local investors, international investors. We don't see any massive shifts in the market that's going to change the trajectory that we're on.
In the office space, over 1.2 million square meters of office supply is expected until 2029, despite a 20.8% vacancy rate in Metro Manila. Officials explain most of the vacancies are in older buildings, as the trend right now is for businesses to go for new and greener buildings.
Of the existing supply, quite a bit of it is older buildings. These might be buildings from the late 2000s, maybe the early 2010s, and those aren't necessarily the flight to quality buildings anymore. So there's going to be a market for new, nice office buildings, and the developers are looking for that market, and that's why they continue to do nice new buildings.
Santos Knight Frank added that it expects continued expansion from information technology and business process management companies, particularly in the provinces, driving demand for office space outside Metro Manila. The data center business and the hospitality sector are also seen as major growth drivers for the coming year. Jackie Pascual, ABS-CBN News.